Hey everyone, it is results day and we have a lot of BCS over the weekend actually. Basically one in every single region with some pretty funny results in a way. So I'll get to that later. But yeah, let's just jump into it. So first off, we've got Houston. This one has a lot of Greedon rep, you know. It's 3 Greedon in top 8 and 2 Youthberg. Only 1 Gandiva, Bastion, and Orphis. What happens to the Wallista as well? Where did they go, right? But then what actually won was the Gandiva. Alright, the one Gandiva won. Efren Silvera, congratulations. But then Ivan Trujillo, or is it Trujillo? Came second with the Bastion. And then with the Alex Chavez with the Youthberg as well. So that's pretty crazy. And then all the Greedons missed out, right? Oscar came 4th with Greedon. That's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's the top 4. And then after that, we had the premium. This one was 3 Narukami, 2 Neo Nectar, and then 1 Meg Conley Grand Blue and Bermuda Triangle. And as you can see, we've got the Eve there for the Bermuda Triangle, meaning that this is a mill deck, alright? The one that didn't get hit in the ban list. And guess what happened? First place was Naru Samurai, coming first with the Matoa mill deck. Yeah. Bit kind of funny how it didn't hit it in the ban list and it comes first the day after. After that, we got like Peter with Narukami, and then Archer, 3rd place, Narukami, and then Lycan with Narukami in 4th place. I don't know what is with America, right? Like their top 4 is, or their top 8 is usually always dominated by a certain thing. Lots of Narukami, Neo Nectar. Technically, these decks are all also very good against Eve, but somehow, and Ghidorah as well, very good against Eve, but somehow Eve managed to beat them all. So yeah, that's quite surprising. Congrats to Naru Samurai for making it to Worlds. See you there. And then after that, we do have the V Premium section as well. 3 Grand Blue and 2 Shadow Paladin, 1 Bermuda Triangle, Aquaforce, and Gear Chronicle. This one is much more, how do you say it? Like, it wasn't good, but expected. Grand Blue recently got its PR in a V, so it's actually really good PR. You can see that the uptake is definitely there. And then you had a Jining Quan coming in first with that. And then you got Jose Palmerin as well. Thavis is still a very, very strong deck in 2nd. Then Estevan Solis, again, the Night Rose in there. And then 4th place, unfortunately, misses out with the Ange, right? Mewtrung also getting the PR2. So there's that. And this is basically the Bastion deck that came 2nd. I'm kind of interested more in the Bastion simply because, you know, we don't have the Owl. So how is it doing, right? What are we playing? So first off, you know, 2 Bastion Primes, right? 2 Bastion Primes. No order, right? No order. 4 Aldens though. This is the one that's like 4 Aldens. You can't like multi-use them because you're gonna use up all your CB. And then you also have like the Cyclers and the Cat. So overall, I think these 2 inclusions are pretty cool. Again, like Bastion Accord, you don't really need to trigger 3s. You just need to have Bastions to discard. So that's this lets you kind of go through your early game a bit better, and then like, you know, later on when you see, it doesn't really impact that much, right? It's not too awful, but you can like check your top decks and kind of stack it there, just pretty easily. But use the CB though. You use the CB. No Honoritas, which is not that great. I feel like it feels. It's just kind of your Alden Light, but you do have Sperare, but you really run one of it. I hardly think you ever want to stand this card to get the draw. So you're only kind of using it for the 5k. And then you also want Rafael Sauce as well. Just extra boost, I guess. But yeah, no Honoretas. And none of the booster, you know, the grade 3 Solon booster. So quite interesting there. And then after that, we do have Germany as well. Germany had another regional. This one is 2 Orphis, 2 Greedon, and then 1 Gandiva, Avantgarde, and Omina Gruzio. Right? Omina Gruzio making it the top. And Avantgarde. These are not that common. But then the first place was the Orphis, then Gandiva, and then Orphist and Greedon. So again, that Greedon rearing its face in the West way more than it has in JP. And then in V Premium, we have 2 Bermuda Triangle and Grand Blue. Then 1 Aqua Force, Shadow Paladin, Oracle Think Tank. That's probably Maxime, right? And then 1 Royal Paladin. But this one is like, what, Orange coming first? Okay. And then Night Rose as well. You know, both got their new PRs. And then Thavis is still good. But look at the SGD, right? In 4th place. That's... SGD? What? And yeah, so he's like the Orphist builds that are kind of going along. Like, pretty standard, I have to say. Like, this deck is pretty solved in a way. Like, the core is pretty much 49 cards, like, right there. Maybe even 50. Like, this is the exact list I am currently running, right? And I didn't net deck this deck at all. I just have it. And then it's just, the deck is so, it's just so self-explanatory in a way that just kind of builds itself. So yeah, coming in 1st place with the Orphist. But then we also got that SGD, like, what? SGD? That's been a while, right? So yes, it's, you know, SGD, you know, you got the Ashleys, right, for the multi-attacks. You have the new V Premium that kind of makes more attacks, right? You know, boosted, gets a search, gets a search and call. That's a, you don't really get a boost, right? Because when you're playing SGD, it just kind of rests all your back rows anyway. So like, it's restand, but I guess maybe on like bad turns where you maybe don't restand, you can at least make multi-attack. So I guess a kind of a weird one, but okay, it did come forth, so it's crazy. And then after that, we got the premium as well. So this is 3 Grand Blue making it a premium and 2 Neo Nectar. Right, and 2 Narukami and 1 Link Joker. So I think Germany is the, spoilers play, is the only place that didn't have a mill deck making it to the top positions. And the 1st place was actually where Yuan. I feel like Yuan's already won something. So this is like his 2nd 1st place. I guess to kind of pick the sponsored invites. Yuan with the Neo Nectar list, and I'm pretty sure that's the same as Lewis's one as well. I think they're both buds, right? Second place was Anthony Howe with the Chaos, and then 3rd was Lewis with the Neo Nectar. I think he topped already with Neo Nectar like last week, also a couple of weeks ago. In 1st place, I swear it was 1st place, right? And then Medi Busakine with the Narukami. Totally different, like similar top 8, I guess, to America, but then the flip side is the top 4 and the winners are just totally different with the Neo Nectars taking it, right? And then back into Indonesia, so standard here. Indonesia had a crazy amount of players, by the way. I think it was just like 330, was it? Something like that. Standard 2 Gandiva, 2 Alistar, then 1 Minerva, Greedon, Bastion, and Orphist. And then the top 4 was Joko Utama with the Minerva coming in 1st. Then Nikki Bong with the Gandiva. And the 3rd was Manlong with Gandiva as well. So in case you didn't know, a lot of players traveled across like the Asia region to Indonesia specifically. With the Malaysians, with the Singaporeans. We even had Australians come. And then then we got Manlong here from Hong Kong as well. So basically it really was the BCS Asia of or BCS SEA region, or AO region, I guess. That's continentals, pretty much. Continental tournament, pseudo-continental tournament, yeah? And then 4th place was Yasuki Hanjaya, right, with the Willista. So there's a Willista. Right? I know, like, yeah, so someone's also asked, was the ban list there? No, the ban list hasn't come into effect yet, so that's why you still see a lot of Gandivas. That's for sure, yeah. And then in a V Premium territory, we had 2 Shadow Paladins, and then basically one of everything. Gold Paladin, Grand Blue, Bermuda Triangle, Spike Brothers, Royals, and Great Nature. But this was won by the Luwads. So we got Brian Majaya here, 1st place with Luwad. And Manlong again with Luwad in 2nd place. Which is probably, when you think of Manlong, usually he's probably plays like Arj and things like that. But this time with the Luwad. And then Steven Muniz in 3rd place, squeaking it in with a Spectral Duke. right? Spectral Duke, and then unfortunately, this year it was Gene with the 4th place Night Rose. And then after that, here, you know, in premium, right, 3 Bermuda Triangle, and you already see something here, the Willista. And then followed by 1 Link Joker, Grand Blue, Mega Colony, Oracle Think Tank, and Genesis. And then look at this. First place was Steven Vidiono with the Melista. Right, so basically this weekend, right after the ban list that didn't ban Meteor Mill, both of the more common versions of Meteor Mill does top. One of them in Eve in America, and then in Indonesia we have the Melista version. So yeah, maybe you know, it's they should do something about Meteor Mill. It's not like it's like. The hit originally should have not been results based, by the way, like even though there were already results for the deck, but they should have hit it anyway, just because it's a degenerate combo that's ruining everyone's like runs. If you look at people's reports, right, into these tournaments, you look at why they went X2 and didn't make top 8, it's because they ran into like a mill deck that popped off. So people are just basically traveling to events, getting, you know, going second against one of these decks and them just winning against you randomly, and you just take a loss, right? You just take a loss. So this isn't about like results. It's just about that this is a bad loop deck for the game, and that it should just get hits. But now it has results. The weekend right after the ban list didn't ban it. So I don't know. I feel like, you know, waiting around for this to maybe resolve itself is not the correct option, especially when you're in a season where people are playing for Worlds invites to Worlds, right? This is basically just kind of ruining everyone's qualification. So maybe they should do something about it. Just saying, right? Second place is Gabriel Tan with Highlander, which is technically a positive matchup against, you know, mill decks because it can go off without any CB. But again, you know, Melista just kind of goes off, nothing can do. Matthew Evans in 3rd with Chaos. Technically, you can kind of lock your opponent's field so they can't mill, but it doesn't matter if they just go off anyway before you can even do that. And then 4th was Kelvin Galini, my buddy there. 4th place, right, with the trusted Grand Blue deck. So maybe he makes it through because of like pass downs, but yeah, quite unfortunate. Would have loved Kelvin to make the Worlds. Definitely love to see him there. But yeah, the rest of the top 4 is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then the deck list we have was the Spectral. Let's kind of take a quick look at it. This one was not running any heal guards, but still running heals. But no heal guards. So kind of makes sense, right? Because, you know, you can min-max and just take damage. Because who cares? Take damage, you just go off, right? And then you got 4 dupes. 4 dukes. And no PRs. I guess no PRs is not good enough to run. So screw that. And yeah, otherwise just, I guess, pretty straightforward in a way. And then lastly, we do have some tournaments. So first off, we have the Grand Prix Niigata. This is top 4. This was won by Orphist, followed by Full Blast, then Mygo, and then lastly Reiji in top 4 with the Leonon. So the only big deck missing we have is Jeweled, but as you can see, you know, Orphist still winning, still doing pretty good in the set 13 format. And then after that, we have the China as well, having their deluxe. This one was on my Full Blast by Diablo. Then Siku was second with the Jeweled. And in 3rd place was Wang Xiaohua with the Leonon. So the big 3 already there. And then SSLGD in 4th with that Charmo. And this one is probably also one of the big decks with the Lyrical coming out. So pretty nice. And then the kind of the deck list I did want to see was the Leonon list, because the Leonon Masks build has been getting way more popular recently, especially since Knack made that notes. Has like every single option available to you that kind of covers all its bases, with Leonon, you know, Vivace as just a finisher later. So pretty cool to see, right? Pretty cool to see how this deck has evolved before people were playing it pure. But even in the first WGB Deluxe, there was these Leonon Mask builds popping out. So yeah, eventually this is pretty much, I feel like the correct deck for Leonon, which is crazy. And then you can see, because of what it was the Niigata Grand Prix, you know, you have to have the sake heals, right? That's how you wash the pain away. Yeah. But otherwise, you have like some pretty good crits, right? Pretty good Sendai tournament crits, Amagasaki. Basically, every single place you went to, they got some nice crits going on. Pretty crazy. This is only in Japan. Only in Japan. We can't do that unless we have like Australia crit, right? For sure. Just an idea. Think about it. Texas crits, Indonesia crits, Jakarta crits, right? Singapore crits, maybe even like UK crits. Maybe not. That might not be that tasty. Right? Yeah, that is it pretty much. Everything for today. Had a bit of a ban list quick discussion in the middle of it, but those are the results for this weekend. Pretty funny, if I say so myself. Let me know in the comments what you all think, and I'll see you all in the next video. All right, bye.